Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night feeling restless, uncomfortable, or just off, and you're not sure why? You toss and turn, check the clock, and before you know it, morning arrives, but you don't feel rested at all. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Many of us, especially as we get a little older, struggle with sleep without realizing that small, everyday habits might be quietly sabotaging our rest. The good news: a few simple tweaks to your evening routine can make a huge difference. Think about it. Sleep isn't just about closing your eyes and hoping for the best. It's about setting the stage for your body and mind to fully recharge. And when sleep is deep and uninterrupted, you wake up feeling refreshed, energized, and ready to take on the day. In this video, we'll talk about 4 common habits that might be messing with your sleep, without you even realizing it. From eating heavy meals too close to bedtime to sleeping in the wrong position, these little things add up. But once you know what to look for, fixing them is easier than you think. So, let's start with the first habit that could be keeping you up at night. Picture this: it's been a long day, and you finally sit down to a big, comforting dinner. Maybe it's your favorite pasta dish, a hearty stew, or even a late-night snack while watching TV. It feels satisfying in the moment, but later, as you're trying to fall asleep, your stomach feels heavy, maybe even a little uneasy. Sound familiar? Here's the thing. Your body isn't designed to digest a big meal while you're lying down. When you eat too much or too close to bedtime, your stomach is still hard at work breaking down food when it should be winding down. That can lead to discomfort, acid reflux, or even restless tossing and turning. And let's not forget, digestion also raises your core temperature slightly, which can make it harder to drift off into deep, restful sleep. So, what's the fix? It's not about skipping dinner or going to bed hungry. Instead, try these simple adjustments first. Aim to finish eating at least 2-3 hours before bedtime. This gives your body plenty of time to digest before you hit the pillow. If you're used to late dinners, try shifting your meal times gradually. Even 15 to 30 minutes earlier each night can help. Next, keep your evening meals on the lighter side. Instead of heavy, rich foods, opt for something balanced and easy to digest, like grilled fish with veggies, a warm bowl of soup, or a small portion of whole grains. And if you do get hungry right before bed, a light snack like a banana, a handful of almonds, or a cup of herbal tea can take the edge off without overloading your stomach. One more tip: pay attention to how certain foods make you feel. Spicy dishes, fatty meats, or even too much caffeine, yes, even that after-dinner coffee, can be troublemakers for some people. If you notice a pattern, like heartburn after a certain meal, try cutting back and see if your sleep improves. Small changes here can make a big difference. When your stomach isn't working overtime at night, your whole body can relax. And that's when truly restorative sleep happens. You know that feeling when you recozy in bed, just starting to drift off, and suddenly your bladder wakes you up. It's frustrating, isn't it? What many people don't realize is that those extra cups of tea, water, or even that nighttime glass of wine might be the reason you're remaking so many trips to the bathroom after lights out. Here's what's happening: when you drink a lot of fluids in the evening, your kidneys keep working while you sleep. For younger people, this might not be as noticeable. But as we get older, our bodies don't hold fluids the same way. That means more nighttime wake-ups, sometimes 2, 3, even 4 times a night. Each interruption breaks your sleep cycle, leaving you feeling tired the next day even if you were in bed for 8 hours. But don't worry, you don't have to go to bed thirsty either. The key is timing and balance. Try this. Start tapering off fluids about 2 hours before bedtime. If you usually have a cup of tea at 8 p.m. while watching TV, try moving it to 7 p.m. instead. That gives your body enough time to process the liquid before you hit the sheets. Be especially mindful of drinks that make you pee more, like alcohol, coffee, or even some herbal teas, that relaxing glass of wine. It might help you fall asleep initially, but alcohol is actually a diuretic, meaning it makes your body get rid of more water. If you wake up thirsty during the night, just take small sips, enough to wet your mouth, but not so much that you'll need the bathroom again in an hour. Keeping a small glass or bottle of water by your bed can help with this. Remember, staying hydrated during the day is actually the best way to avoid nighttime thirst. Try getting most of your fluids in before dinner time. Your bladder see in your sleep will thank you! Have you ever noticed how much better you sleep on a cool, crisp night versus a stuffy, hot one? There's actually some fascinating science behind this. Your body temperature naturally drops when you sleep. It's one of the key signals that tells your brain it's time to rest. But if your bedroom feels more like a sauna than a sleep sanctuary, your body has to work overtime just to cool down, making it much harder to fall and stay asleep. Many of us unknowingly sabotage our sleep with things like heavy blankets, closed windows, or cranking up the heat at night. And while being cozy sounds nice in theory, that extra warmth can lead to restless sleep, excessive sweating, and even more frequent awakenings throughout the night. The ideal temperature for quality sleep. Experts say between 60-70 versus 15-19 degrees C. I know that might sound chilly, but here's why it works when your bedroom is cool. It helps facilitate that natural temperature drop your body needs for deep sleep. Think about how you sleep better with a foot sticking out from under the covers. That's your body instinctively trying to regulate its temperature. Here are some simple ways to create the perfect sleep environment. First, adjust your thermostat before bed. If you can't control the whole house temperature, try using a fan or cracking a window in your bedroom. The moving air makes a big difference. Next, rethink your bedding. Swap out thick, heavy comforters for breathable layers you can adjust throughout the night. Natural fibers like cotton or bamboo are great for temperature regulation. Also pay attention to your pajamas. Those cozy flannel PJs might be too much unless it's freezing outside. Opt for lightweight, moisture-wicking fabrics instead. If you're someone who always feels cold but still wants better sleep, try this trick. Use a heating pad to warm your bed before you get in, then remove it when you lie down. That way you get the cozy feeling without overheating all night. Remember, your bedroom should feel like a cave, cool, dark, and quiet. Get this right, and you might be amazed at how much deeper and more restful your sleep becomes. Let's talk about something we rarely think about. How the way you sleep might be stealing your rest. You could be doing everything else right: cool room, perfect bedtime routine. But if you were sleeping in a position that strains your body, you'll still wake up feeling stiff, itchy, and far from refreshed. Here's the surprising truth: your favorite sleep position might not be your body's favorite. That comfy way you've slept for years, it could actually be causing back pain, neck strain, or even breathing problems that interrupt your sleep without you realizing it. Let's break down the common positions and their effects. Back sleepers, this is actually the gold standard for spinal alignment, but it can worsen snoring or sleep apnea. If you wake up with a dry mouth or headache, this might be why. Stomach sleepers, this is tough on your neck and back as you twist your head to breathe all night. You might wake up with that familiar stiffness between your shoulders. Side sleepers, while generally good, the wrong pillow height can leave your neck crooked all night, and curling up too tightly can restrict breathing. The good news: small adjustments can make a world of difference. If you sleep on your back, try putting a pillow under your knees to take pressure off your lower back. This simple trick helps maintain the natural curve of your spine. Side sleepers, hug a pillow, not just for comfort, but placing a pillow between your knees keeps your hips aligned and prevents that morning hip ache. Make sure your head pillow fills the space between your ear and shoulder perfectly. For stomach sleepers trying to break the habit, your neck will thank you. Try the pillow barrier method. Place a body pillow along your front to make turning onto your stomach less comfortable. Remember, it's not about forcing yourself into some perfect position all night. We naturally move in our sleep. The goal is to start in a supportive position and make your bed work with your body, not against it. Give these adjustments a try for a week and notice if you wake up feeling more rested and less achy. Your future well-rested self will thank you.